tune in. We know got the stats and the info. Rocking with Slim and B Bad, that's my kinfolk. We got everything you need and some more. Report live with the sports. It's time for uproar, 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 uproar. It's time to tune in. We know got the stats and the info. Rocking with Slim and B Bad, that's my kinfolk. We got everything you need and some more. Report live with the sports. It's time for uproar, 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 uproar.
What up, Flim? Can you hear me?
Not yet. Couldn't connect. Hold on. All right, I'm in.
Oh, yeah. What it do, man?
Oh, man. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is, man. We are, as like I said, man, we got.
We live?
Yeah, man, we live, baby.
Yeah, we live. Oh, okay.
So we got some good news, man, from the land of Golden Sunshine and our good peoples down in Jackson, Mississippi, man. So the rivalry is back on. You know, after what was this, a 2-year hiatus, almost 3-year hiatus, technically, 3-year hiatus. So yeah, man, shoot, we back in it, man. Which caused me to think about as I said this to the team here before we were going live, and I wanted to make sure I had my numbers right. Now, this is the first time in 38 years that Jackson State is coming to Nashville. The year was 1988. They came to the hole, and it ended in a 27-27 tie. So, no, that was an epic game right there, ended in a tie, boy. So, it's gonna be good to have them boys back in Nashville, man, and to get this thing back, back where it should be, man. It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be nice, man. What are your thoughts on the initialness of it? I imagine it's no different than most of us, right?
Yeah, well, it's a little different for me, Reno. I remember the game in '88. I had just moved here from Jackson, Mississippi. I was 9 years old in '86. And so '86 was a very, very special year because we played Jackson State in the hole. And we visited from Jackson, Mississippi, and we was trying to find a place to live and where we was getting ready to move. Of course, I was 9 years old. No, I'm just in the back seat. And so we played Jackson State. I think we did, multiple things on that weekend. But that same year, Tennessee State went 9-2.
Mm-hmm.
And they went to the playoffs. And guess who their first opponent was?
Jackson State.
Jackson State and Jackson, Mississippi. So we were literally moving when that game was happening. And Tennessee State beat Jackson State in Jackson, Mississippi. So we beat them twice in '86.
Yeah.
So, we had been here, and of course, it was a home and home back in the '80s.
Yeah.
It was a home and home back in the '80s. So, played here, went back.
Yeah.
'88, and then the Southern Heritage Classic showed up, and then we didn't play Jackson State every year in the Southern Heritage Classic because I do remember playing Grambling.
Mm-hmm. And Valley. I know Valley one or two times.
Yeah, and Valley in '85, I think that was where it kind of started. That's when Jerry Rice was there, and they beat us. Of course, the '84 year, nobody beat us. So, that time frame was really a golden years for Tennessee State University.
Yeah, man, it was good. I'm looking at the scores right here. So, '86, the regular season game, they came to Nashville. We beat them 20-10, and then in the playoff, we had to go down there and play them, and we won 32-23. Yeah. And then it says right here in '87 it was a tie. So it was 17-17 time, and it was a neutral site. That was the first time we played them on a neutral site in '87 in Memphis. So 17-17 tie, and then in '88 it was a tie. So talking about 2 years in a row, a tie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was a battle. I mean, that was always a battle, and then, of course, it was a battle for me being a kid that was born in Jackson, Mississippi. So with Tennessee State parents. So yeah. Yeah,
it is, man. So for me, I'm thinking about just and I'll if I can start this one off on here, man. Just my first time playing against Jackson State. Unofficially, I was a redshirted. I got redshirted that year. We went down there, Southern Heritage Classic. I think we won. Did we win in overtime that year?
What year was it?
That was 2004 season. I think we won in overtime that year. I think Bryson hit CA on a little pass in the end zone. He was on like he was inside the red zone. And I think he hit CA inside the red zone before the go-ahead score. Maybe it was. I can't remember exactly how it went down. But that was also a coming out party for my dog, Dominique Rogers, Cromartie. Folks know him as DRC. Having his first pick six, taking it to the crib, man. Freshman, man, shutting it down, man. So, said that was a good one, and I'm one of the few people that can say that they never lost to Jackson State, man. So I'm counting my red shirt. Yeah, I'm 5-0 against them boys, man.
5-0. It was a tough span. In '95, we lost. '96, I was on the field. We lost. '97, we lost. Of course, I was off the team, and I think before that game or after that game, I think it was pretty sure it was before that game.
Yeah.
And then '98, '99, LC, epic battles. And then I think they might have won like in 2000, something like that. But Shannon Bo Harris showed up in 2001 and dropped 7 touchdown passes. And after that, we went on like 12, 11, 12, games in a row.
I know it was 7 for sure. I know it was definitely 7 for sure. I don't think we end up losing to them until maybe they might have got us like Reed's second year, maybe.
Oh yeah, okay. So you're correct. So they got us in 10 and 11 when they had the White Tiger.
Okay.
Yeah, the White Tiger. Yeah. So they had 2 years in that, but it was like a 11 out of 13, 12 out of 14 run.
Yeah.
With that series.
Heck yeah, man. And you got the stats, the overall stats of the series, just in general. You got though. I think it's
I don't. I mean, I think we got them by like 6-7 games.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. Okay, I said overall record is 30-23 with 2 ties. So TSU leads the overall series 30-23. Yeah, man. Good deal, man. All right, so good deal. Let's get into it, man. So, hey, man, the rivalry returns, man. This is this is not the Southern Heritage Classics, folks. This is just TSU versus JSU in the original form, man. So, we talked about some initial reactions on it, but let's do some historical stuff on this, right? Let's talk about one of the main reasons why this game is what it is, and it comes down to we share history with the great John A. Merritt, and being able to the late great President Dr. Walker S. Davis sent about 2 or 3 folks down to Mississippi to recruit him, because his thing was he wanted to make sure we could beat Jackson State. He wanted to make sure we could beat FAMU and teams like that, right? He's like, we got to get the person that takes care of that, right? So he knew, Coach Merritt was the one, and he sent a few folks down there to do some recruiting, and this is a story that a lot of people don't know the details of this story. I know this story, Flair, but President Davis, and for the folks listening on this and the ones who are watching the recording, so President Davis sent, I believe it was Homer Wheaton. For the folks, if it's the TSU folks, who Mr. Wheaton is. He sent
Walter Reeves.
Yeah,
Wayne Reeves.
Wayne Reeves. And did he send our Nashville alumni president, which was Harold Love Sr.? I think he might have sent him down there too.
It could be. That could be true.
I think so. Yeah, so I know they sent them down there, right? And then they're on the way to recruit them, and Coach Merritt actually does not meet up with them. He sends Gillum, Coach Gillum over there, and I believe Coach Coleman went to go meet with them, those guys there, and they have a sit-down conversation. They talk about it, right? And the story is Coach Merritt told them, "Hey, man, just ask them for the moon, and hopefully they'll go away." He's like, "I'm good. Like I'm good where we are." So they get down there and they say, "Okay, so what else gonna take for you to come to Tennessee State and Nashville?" And then they just started asking for stuff like, "Well, I need this." They're like, "Okay, and my wife needs this." Okay, right? They go through this whole process, and all they just keep saying, "Okay, anything else? Anything else?" And Coach Gibbons looking at them like, are they serious about this? And the guys get back to Nashville, and I know Coach Gibbons go back to Coach Merritt, and the story is like, "Coach, man, we asked them for everything we could, and they kept saying, is anything else, anything else?" So that's how serious Coach Merritt found out that President Davis really was about bringing them to Tennessee State. And lo and behold, they get up here in Nashville, and they make things happen. And next thing you know, we get them up here and we double his pay. So we were able to take his salary from $6,000 a year to $12,000 a year, man. And the rest is history. And from that point on, a serious rivalry was in play, man. So it's unique, the levels of recruiting that President Davis went to get the right person, man. in that era, when in an era where I can honestly say I don't think people were thinking about it, like that when it comes to athletics. I don't think they were, and he just wanted to make sure that when folks saw Tennessee State in any kind of capacity, football, basketball, baseball, academics, right, that they saw greatness at every point that they can think of, man. So that's some bit right there, man. But tell me what you can tell me about Coach Merritt, from what was shared with you from the people that you've connected with.
Yeah, so I mean, you pretty much spoke about the story. I shared a lot about that story. But the thing is, early in the 60s, Tennessee State went down and played in what they called the Dust Bowl. And the Dust Bowl was in Jackson, Mississippi. And the reason why it was called the Dust Bowl is because the field was so dry. So when Tennessee State and Jackson State played, when they played in Jackson, Mississippi, it was in the dry field. And when the dust settled, Jackson State pretty much gave Tennessee State all the business they needed. And when Wayne Reeves and Homer Wheaton and, the people came back, President Davis basically asked the question, what happened down there?
Yeah.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
And it was explained to him that Jackson State had a dynamic coach or a dynamic coaching staff.
Yeah.
And he spoke about John Merritt. He talked about Coleman. He talked about Gillum. And, as the legend says, President Davis, who was already highly invested in athletics, he had already done what he did with McClendon and Temple.
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, how much does he make?
Yeah.
And the story tells that when he found out how much he made, he doubled it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And from that point forward, John Merritt, who went to Kentucky State,
yeah,
who skipped over Tennessee and went to Mississippi, and he built that platform. He came to Tennessee State. But, what people forget or don't know is that during that time period, Tennessee State and Jackson State did not play for like several years.
Yeah.
Upwards of almost close to 10 years, like 6 or 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, that's when John Merritt, Big John, as we know, or what we call, built the dynasty here.
Yeah.
And then, the other thing is that, so we're playing in the jump. So the first game this year is in John Merritt. Is at the John Merritt.
Yeah.
Nashville, which is very, it has a lot of irony in that space. But if you read the letter that was sent out by Dr. Allen, our athletic director, then we're going back to next year, the same weekend, week 0. And I suspect that we're going to play in the W.C. Gordon Classic.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I bring that up because W.C. Gordon is a Tennessee State guy.
Yeah.
So what happened was that one of their best coaches, if not the best coach, was a Tennessee State guy, which was W.C. Gordon from Nashville, Tennessee. And then, our best coach undoubtedly was John Merritt, and he came from Tennessee. I mean, he went to Kentucky State, but he coached at Jackson State. Yeah. So, that's why this rivalry is so important. There's so many layers.
Yeah.
But definitely, is needed. The home and home. And I'm excited. I spent time with Ashley Robinson, the athletic director for Jackson State. He's my frat brother, but he's very kind. And, you just talk to him and he talks to everybody. And we talked about this particular situation of a home and home. But I asked him, can you send us to Jackson first? You know what I'm saying? Send us to Jackson first, if you don't mind, just because I want our fans, and I think I talked to you about it. I want our fans to see that whole HBCU experience because Jackson on a Saturday is unmatched in FCS, is unmatched. It's 25, 30, 40,000, depending who playing. It can get upwards to 50,000 people that are there to support Jackson State. So, I'm glad we get a chance, and I know we're going to segue and go into what we're going to do for this season or this game. But yeah, this is this is big time. This gives us a great opportunity.
Yeah, man. And I even think about before we really get into more things from a fandom standpoint, but just um this, right? My dad's from Corinth, Mississippi, and played quarterback down there, and his oldest brother, Fred, played for Coach Merritt at Jackson State. So it's like, and the funny thing about that, my uncle Fred, God rest his soul, he went to Jackson State to play quarterback himself. But by his sophomore year, he put on so much weight, they moved him to offensive line. So I said the first time you ever seen someone come in playing quarterback and end up having to play offensive lineman, man. So he played with Coach Merritt in his earliest years down there at Jackson State, man. And so we used to talk about that, man. As we was coming up when I started to play at Tennessee State, man, he used to hit me up. Yeah, nephew, we got something for y'all this year. I'm like, y'all ain't got nothing, man. I said, what's going to happen is going to happen. At the end of the day, we're going to find a way on y'all like we always do. It don't matter what y'all got going on. I said, right, as long as I'm here and my guys here, we're going to find a way, man. So, like I said, that's what we're going to do, man. So, brother, bring it to the stage, man. Baldo.
Oh, what up? What up, fellas? What up?
Yeah.
What's going on, B?
Hey, man, trying to make it happen, man. Trying to make it happen.
Heck yeah, man. Real quick, man. So this is where we are. We just went through the whole breakdown of the connection of the details of Tennessee State and Jackson State. I highlighted, how we were able to get Coach Merritt to come from Jackson State to Tennessee State. Flim then takes it from there and says, well, one of their greatest coach played at Tennessee State under Coach Merritt, and then he goes to Jackson State, W.C. Gordon. So it's like it was a lot of flipping and switching, and that's so many reasons why this rivalry became to be, so strong as it is. But for me, what I want you to share with the folks are your first time playing against Jackson State, and it don't have to be actually the first time you actually made the field, but just, the first time you got a chance to just dress, right, and just head on down there for the game, man. Just talk about what you felt on game day and you walk to that stadium.
Hey, man, you see me getting excited over here, Reno. You see me thinking about it, right? So, man, look, I'm a Tennessee State. Hold on, let me turn this TV down. Hold on, I want to get you. All right, my bad. But yeah, man, Jackson State. I used to come up watching Jackson State. We used to go to the game. We used to go to the tailgate, Flim, the Battle of the Bands. We used to go to the parade, my whole life. So I never thought I'd be actually playing at Jackson State. Like I said, then I walked on the team, made the squad. They hit us with the, hey, big week. You're going to be playing Jackson State. These the biggest boys you've ever seen in your life. Mm-hmm. They the biggest kids you're going to ever see. So we get to that first week. I had started that week before. Flint, I'm still walk-on, true freshman. We just played Murray State, coming off a big game. Jackson State week, I'm going into the week, running ones and twos, getting in, getting out. Special teams. Next thing you know, we had to take that test, Reno.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night test. Turn in my test, Flim, like everything good. Me and my dog Levine, shout out to Levine. Me and him will tell you this story because, we always helped each other out. We check each other's tests, make sure we ain't miss nothing, make sure we ain't get no calls wrong. I think I gave my test to Reno too, and he ain't tell me I missed something. Just let me turn it in.
I can't confirm or deny that.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just remember. I know Reno used to check my test too.
Hey, don't you put that on me.
Listen, well, hey, you know how they used to get. Everybody want that spot. So hey, if he missed it, he missed it. So we get to the game, dog. And yes, they was the biggest, Negroes I ever seen. But, Coach Reed used to say, hey, look, the bigger are they, harder they fall. And definitely, it was the harder they fell. And it was a big game. I was waiting to get in. Every snap, I'm thinking I'm about to get the call. Mm-hmm. Playing, I ain't play a snap. I went from playing like 60 reps the last game to Jackson State game. I ain't even get in the game. But we end up winning, bro. B
Yeah.
Black caught the game winner on the field goal block. Heartbeat.
No one the field goal block. It was a botch snap.
It was a botch snap.
Yeah.
We ran. Everybody rushed the field. It was a great day, bro. The crowd went crazy. 60, 70,000 in the stadium packed. I turned around, looked up.
Yeah.
I ain't see an empty seat in the stands.
Yeah.
Couldn't hear nothing. But we ended up winning the game, man. And that's when I just knew, like, hey, I got to get back. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I ain't getting it. We went in on Sunday. Coach, why we ain't play? Because Veen didn't play either. Veen got in for one play on I think he got in one play and then got out. But he played special teams, but I ain't getting in special teams.
We was loaded in DBs that year anyway.
Yeah, we was stacked. So, if you mess up, hey.
We was the young boys still. I was still technically a young boy.
You was the red shirt junior, something. I don't know.
Sophomore.
So then next thing you know, we check on Sunday after the big win. We go in the office, and the coach said, "Yeah," and he pulled out the test. And I had missed one question.
One question.
It was like a radar laser call, something, rip a lid, something. And I got it wrong. He circled it. He said, "Yeah, I can't trust you. That's a big game."
Yeah.
One mistake could have cost us the game. And hey, I took that lesson with me to this day. And I ain't never missed a test ever since that. But
no, man, that's
my first Jackson State story, man.
So guess what? I played in 96. That was my only letterman year. You know what I'm saying? I came in 95, but I only lettered in 96 at Tennessee State University. And I got on the bus. And the thing was, hold on, I didn't got. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're good.
Oh, okay. All right. So I got on the bus, you know what I'm saying, as a special teamer, but I knew all the positions. But the only thing that was significant that year is that Tupac got killed that same weekend. That was the Tupac weekend. Yeah, that was the Tupac weekend. And when we were riding to the Liberty Bowl, that's when we basically got the news. And it was significant to us because the wide receiver room was all eyes on me. Now that was our whole thing. You know what I'm saying? That was our whole thing. So, at Pocket got, he got shot and out there in Vegas. And Patrick Robinson, one of the greatest receivers of all time that nobody ever talks about, but we're gonna talk about him today. Who I was our receiver coach. We was all hurt, because because it was all eyes on us. That was the receivers we had. We were fresh. How receivers come out. We had, whatever we need. We couldn't have much because the LC wouldn't let us do much. But that being said, yeah, that was but we lost. We lost 21-14 that game. But yeah, that's my Southern Heritage Classic, Jackson State. But I got a lot of Jackson State moments just living in Jackson, Mississippi, and going back and seeing, yeah.
Definitely, man. Sure. This is, again, I think let's evolve this a little bit here, man.
I'm checking the comments, Reno. Shout out to TT Loves You. Shouting out Coach Ballard.
Right. She talking about something other than football.
Hey,
you look good, Coach. You look good, Coach.
Hey, a little soap and water,
Yeah, it's all good, man. Hey, man, it's great. It's a great thing. You're a handsome man.
We got shout out Miss Debbie Howard, head of alumni relations for the Tennessee State University. Man, shout out Debbie Howard and my guy Rodney Elam. That's his real name for the folks looking out for who's that guy from 28th and Jefferson. It's old Rodney. Man, that's all.
They do a great job at 28th and Jefferson, man. Great job.
Definitely.
Great job.
Shout out to y'all, man. And but what I want to really get into now is just and you talked about this, fam. So I want you to really lead. Take the first, commentary from this conversation of, the fan bases, right? And I want you to really kick this off. So my first question to you on this is, and you talked about before Ballard got on, you talked about when you had a chance to speak to AD Ashley Robinson from Jackson State on how, if you can make this thing happen, I know you talked to him a long time ago on this, but he's like, if you can make this happen, he's like, I'd love for you to set up to where we come to them first, right? And just really get into, again, the reasoning why and and let's add some more layers to what you originally said about just the tailgate and stuff, and people still showing up, no matter what, right? So, add some more layers to that.
Yeah. So, what I'm talking about is that, unfortunately, the Tiger fans, the Big Blue Nation, has had to have a split schedule. And it's something that happened when I was a kid and when we decided to go to the OVC, and we'd be front loaded with the HBCUs, the Gremlins, the Southerns, and the FAMUs and the Atlanta Football Classics and the Southern Heritage Classics and the Circle City Classics and all the classics that we played in, just to feed our fan base on the front end. And then on the back end, here we go with the Murray State, and we wanted to try to keep that momentum of playing that OVC schedule. So now, we're 40 years into the game, right? I think we joined the joined the OVC in like 87, 86, 88, in that range, somewhere in the 80s. And then from there forward, moving forward, our fans have been trying to hold on, to the HBCU culture, but being exposed to basically little or no culture when it comes to the OVC, because they don't have a lot of support on like game day support. Mm-hmm. They have back office support, but they don't have game day support. Yeah. And then a lot of the blue bloods like MTSU and Austin P and Eastern Kentucky, Murray State, all those schools have left that conference. So it's it's a needle that you're trying to thread. But at Jackson State, they give their fans 9 games of good HBCU culture, right? And they take pride in Jackson, Mississippi. When you come to the vet, that you're going to feel a home field advantage. So that's what I wanted our fans to feel, right? Mm-hmm. I want to see 26, 30, 40,000 fans with all blue on, navy blue with a J on. With that, I want them to get that snap, that spark, right? Like, regardless who we planned, we're here for our school. We're here for Jackson State. Now, don't get me wrong. The athletic department and media department at Jackson State is A+. I mean, they feed their fans all day, every day, twice on Sunday. They get it. It keeps it going. So I wanted our fans to get that, that touch, that feel of like, regardless who you play, we're here and we J State Tigers. And so, but they're gonna bring it here, Yeah. I got multiple calls, probably upwards to 10 calls.
Yeah. Man, tell them, come on, bring it then.
Oh, they bringing it.
Tell them, come on, I'm ready.
Hey, let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy. Why, we talked about tapping into the Chamber of Commerce and leveraging your city.
Y'all talked about that already?
Yeah. No, we hadn't. We talked about that, B. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that. I talked to a good friend of mine, and he talked about how he looked when he saw the information on social media. Mm-hmm. He went directly to, it's 2 big chains, Marriott or Hilton, right? That's what you can fool them with, unless you're going to get to some boutique stuff. Nashville got a lot of it. So Marriott or Hilton. He said he went on and got 6 rooms. Mm-hmm. He told his partner to do the same thing. These Jackson, Mississippi folk, right? Jackson State folk. Mm-hmm. His partner didn't do it. He ended up going back after lunch. The rooms had doubled.
They already
own it, boy.
Yeah. The rooms had doubled.
We got to do something about that, Reno.
Ain't much we can do. You
the president, Reno.
They ain't got. I don't have no control over Nashville hospitality. All right, so I'm not about to act like I do. So
that's the Chamber of Commerce, baby. Yeah, we gotta make them announcements.
The Black Chamber of Commerce of Nashville. We need to tag them in this post. We need to let them know that Tennessee State is requesting, a percentage of every hotel increase, because it's gonna sell out.
Yeah, it should have happened before.
Yeah, it
should have happened before. That's a front end thing.
Yeah, I don't know that you can come on the back end and cut that deal.
But who is scheduling the game? Why that's not part of the protocol?
Again, I don't even know if that's not a thing or a thing. Like I don't know the details.
No, it is. This is how it works. If you have an event,
no. What I said is like from the scheduling of this, I don't know what details the athletic institutions did. We don't know. All we just know we're playing them, so we can't speak to what we don't know.
No, that's not. I'm just asking. So people that do watch the show, all these views that we've been getting. Shout out to everybody that's been watching. It's 2026. We're building off a lot of momentum because somebody sent us the information so that this doesn't happen again and again and again, because these hotel chains just doubled the price in less than a 30-minute hour window. And then that means they 2 times in they income.
Yeah, they watching. They're watching.
Oh, Tennessee State might have a game. Bow, bump that price up.
Yeah, that's why you got to be on the front end on that. You got to be on the front end on that. And the other thing, as we're talking about the fans, and Reno, I'm not taking over the show.
No, you're good.
This is another piece.
Roll.
Last year there was some implementation of tailgate policies at Tennessee State University, right? And we talked exclusively about that. You know what I'm saying? 5 hours before the game, things of that nature. Here is what I want our athletic department to hear, okay? Or the people around them. Jackson State folks, a percentage of them are coming in RVs, okay? So that means they will be here Friday, and they're not leaving the football field or the football area to Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so, that's how they tailgate. They're going to be there for a very long time.
And that's the best tailgate too.
Yeah, so I'm down there. I've been at the vet on a Friday night and stayed all night. And, it is.
Are they staying all night?
Oh, no, they don't leave.
And it's kicking it. They kicking
and
it.
It's kicking it. They're in RVs.
Music,
they're
drink,
in RVs. Music, food, all night.
Dice,
several
dominoes.
nights. No, but the big thing in Jackson, Mississippi that they like to do is their big cigar, so that they have rolling mobile cigar lounges.
Wow.
And so you're going to listen to the Southern Soul. You're going to do the cigars. It's a beautiful situation.
So they bring
all night long.
Tell them bring it. Come on. Tell them bring it.
Well, see, we're not in control, B. So, so hopefully so this is what we don't want to do. We don't want to turn the fans down on the first year out of 38 years.
Can we come up with a plan to not? I'm trying to think. If we're gonna tailgate and they tripping about the stadium, right?
Well, that's what they were doing last year.
At the end of the day, it's tough because you got the new build that's still going on, right? Boom, you got that, and then you have
where's the second location we could have a tailgate?
Right, so you got the new build of the new stadium, and then you got the current one. So again, you lost 65% of your parking anyway.
That's what I'm saying. So where's the?
I don't know. Again, that's that ain't on us to figure out. All we can say is
tell them to pull up to the barn.
Hey, so that's what I'm saying. Well, we're not in a position. I just want our folks to be informed. Their tailgating is not the normal. We think we be tailgating, you know what I'm saying? And then you see some other tailgate. And you're like, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying?
Reno, so that's what we got to start doing, Reno. We got to start getting these tailgate fans on the show.
Let's do it. Okay. I'm going to put that down.
But, I was a big tailgater, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just speaking.
I know they got the van. I know my uncle and them, the vans. I forget the name.
The Van Masters?
The Van Masters.
Yeah, well, that's
legends. The Van Masters legends.
Yeah, Van Masters, the Untouchables. Them folks have really gotten a little older. So
I know they got to pass.
You got to pass it. You know what I'm saying? You got to pass that thing. And when you start putting restrictions, you can't. Like we talked about it early in the season, man. Listen, in 5 hours, I barely can cook a hot dog when I'm tailgating because I'm doing libations and talking and playing. You know what I'm saying? I need to be out there at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning for a 5 o'clock game. You know what I'm saying? Just to make something happen.
Easy.
To be honest.
Yeah. That'd be the thing. That'd be the thing I would say, man, if on that day, because that's gonna roll right into Memorial Day. That should roll into Labor Day weekend.
No, Labor Day weekend is the next weekend. This week
okay.
0.
That's right. Okay, cool. So never mind then. So regardless, but it's like it's still summertime. So it's like, school from that standpoint shouldn't be an issue from like a high school or in the local area shouldn't be an issue. But what I'm getting at is what I'm thinking is I'm hoping that we can find a way to staff it to where, folks don't get 5 hours pregame to tailgate. Like, go ahead and because I'm assuming that game is probably going to kick off at. They may push that to a night game for the first time in a long time.
I hope they push it to a night game. I hope so.
I personally don't. And this is why I personally don't. Because I
Reno.
love being able to have that game, do what we got to do, and then still feel like if I got time to go do something.
See, that's granddaddy. That's granddaddy.
I want to go be able to, because again, you got so many people coming in town, man. And for me, if you do a night game, it's like, that's it. You ain't going to want to do after the night game because it's going to be like 10:30 or whatever.
Work it out.
That's just my personal opinion. I prefer a 2:00 kickoff. Honestly, we get up out of there, and then shoot. We still want to go link up, and do we want to go? We can still do that. If you do anything after 6, it's a wrap. Because think about it, you got all the alumni groups that's going to want to throw parties after the game. And this is the same thing. Let's do the. Hear me out. This is the same thing we run through with homecoming. You got people want to throw parties after the game, and we was throwing them late homecoming night games. And what happens? Depending on what's going on with that game, for the most part, if we got it in hand, folks dipping. And I'm like, as a player, you don't like to see that. So it's like, if people trying to do all this extra stuff, just play a midday game.
Reno sound like granddaddy, man.
How's that sound like? Well, I want to watch the game, then I want to go party after. I don't want to go watch the game and feel like I gotta make a decision.
So man, you gotta build that. You gotta build that excitement up all day. You gotta hit them in the morning.
It's already built up. Today is January 14th. January 14th. It's built up. All right. There is no more extra building up.
Man, he not getting it. You gotta tease him, bro. It's just like in TV.
So check it out.
On TV, they put the last segment.
What I would do, that would be my vote. I don't make the decision. I'm just saying, like, that's my vote. I would rather play a 2 o'clock kickoff.
You can't just give it to them early. You got to make.
So check it out. So hold on. So Jackson State when they play home games, it's around 2:30. It's like 2:30. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's normally what they do. And so Tennessee State hadn't really had a night game in Nissan in a very long time. I mean, those games been hovering. Yeah, them games been hovering between 2 and 4.
We was playing at 6.
Yeah, we played at 6. You know what I'm saying? That was 6, we were playing at 6. And I get what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
If you ask me what I would rather do, I'd rather have a 2 o'clock kickoff. That's just me. But again, history tells me from the last 30 years of this game, it ain't gonna be no 2 o'clock game. It's gonna be a 6 o'clock kickoff more than likely. But
no, I don't think you can say that because I think Nissan. I really think that's going to be a 2:30 game. I mean, if I was betting, I would say that game is going to be scheduled in
because they staff sound like you
and 4. Yeah, between 2 and 4 because Jackson State normally plays around that time for their home games.
Yeah,
between anything between around 4, I can still do because you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that good sunlight. It's gonna be setting right towards the end. Not too cold. Then you still got a little time. 4 o'clock game done by 8 o'clock.
Boy, where you gonna go with all them people that's gonna be here? Okay,
we're gonna go to the tailgate. That's y'all problem. Y'all want to keep running to these clubs and spend all your money. Let's just go to the parking lot.
No, but this is what you don't understand. Like the tailgate is shut down because of more than likely if that falls on a Sunday where the Titans got a home game, Tennessee Titans are gonna force that. That's what happened last time. Tennessee Titans forced everything to end that way because they got to flip everything for Sunday football.
And so you better hope. Go back to why we need our own stadium.
We do, but so for me, like that is what that is on that, man. So that's just kind of where I am, man. All right. So again, regardless, it don't matter when it's played. I'm gonna be there. Everybody gonna be there. It's not the point, but I'm just thinking about for the folks who like to schedule those parties after and those get-togethers after, man. Some people don't want to, be getting out of there at no would be a 10 o'clock. Because again, we had some long games this year that were not as high like this, and we had some games that ran pretty long. So like, trust me, this game is gonna run long.
Hey man, I ran into some North Dakota State coaches
at
the convention, Flim. They was like, yeah, the whole state was ready to come drink in Nashville.
Absolutely. Well, we talked about that.
I said, when we did the show, we talked exactly about that. They said they had a blast.
Real quick, I'm gonna check the comments. I see, okay, Deb, I see you. She's with y'all. She prefers the night game. Cause man, y'all wanna do this whole night game thing, so y'all can wake up and take your time and. Man, y'all want to get glamorous. Y'all want to put on your Sunday best.
Yeah.
Get you a good throwback like this, like my pop's 1973, 72 championship jersey right here. That's all you need in your life, man. Wash your face, comb your hair, whatever you got to do. Make sure you already lined up.
I remember coming to the games and everybody was fresh, Flim. I'm talking about since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
They was fresh from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, put that.
You had your best clothes on. You couldn't wear you had to show up to the TSU game fitted up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you had to make them walk, halftime. Everybody sat down for halftime. As soon as the band over.
It ain't parking lot pimping. It's what they call it, breezeway pimping in the stadium. So
I don't even know where. You remember they used to have about the end zone right there? It used to be slim.
Yeah.
You couldn't even walk through the end zone back there.
It's gonna be like that, man. Heck yeah, man. It's gonna be good, man. So I like it, man, from that standpoint, man. But regardless, for us, it's just about.
We talking matchup yet? We're not talking.
We're about to.
No, we can't talk no matchup.
We don't know yet. Transfer portal is still open, huh?
Right.
Yeah,
but it's cool though.
Yeah.
The big thing is now. Reno. The big thing is this is what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we have to do. We really have to capture this moment, right? And from this point forward. When you have this type of game, 38 years, bro. I don't even know how long, how old you, how old are you?
37, Coach.
Okay. I know Reno just turned 40. You know what I'm saying? Reno just turned 40. You know what I'm saying? So that's the last time Jackson State was in Nashville, bro. And so we need to have all the energy, right? Yeah. And we want our school to have that energy. We want the athletic department to have that energy.
Yeah.
I mean, so shouts out to Dr. Allen and Ashley Robinson for making this thing happen.
Yeah.
But we know Ashley is going to make sure, because he always does. That's why he averages 26,000 folks at every home game.
Yeah.
But we need to encourage Dr. Allen to make this his thing, right?
His springboard, yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to ask you that. That's why.
You got to Dr. Allen, Mickey, you got to jump on this. You did something. You're part of it. It's your thing. You got to be on every airway. You got to be on every radio. You got to be every church. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to be at every event because you brought Jackson State, right? To the number one FCS school when it comes to attendance.
Yep.
The number one HBCU school in attendance. Yep. The former national champions of HBCU to Nashville. Bro, you did it. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's go. Get on your phone and call everybody that's a Tennessee State person.
I'm telling you. And then you do the content with it.
Man, come on, man. We with you. Did you see how it lit up
behind the scenes
on social media with just a post? Mm-hmm. It was just a post, and everybody was sharing it. Everybody was sharing it.
We need to go ahead and get that. That's what we need to do. We need to get the uproar countdown and set it right there on Jefferson Street and let that clock run down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, whatever. Ever. You know what I'm saying? We got to do
like a billboard,
like a billboard, or just like a clock, and put boom, had that clock count down. I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, what they count down for?
Talking about months, days, hours, minutes, seconds.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is big. This is big time, bro. And then you do it for the John Merritt Classic.
Yeah.
I mean, this goes into the history book, bro. This is the reason why we're talking about the things we're talking about. That's why we're live today, because the significance of John Merritt to both schools, a lot of people don't know.
We got to tell that story. They got to come on, man.
You don't know. They don't know John Merritt was kicking ass at Jackson State first before he went up here and went historically with a 750 winning percentage at Tennessee State. 172 and 66 and 2. I mean, just a ridiculous number. It started at Jackson State. Because he beat the hell out of Tennessee State. It's the reason why he got kidnapped to Tennessee State. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
I'll tell you.
Be told.
So, okay, I see you coming. So, shout out to our alumni relations leader, Debbie Howard. I'm again, we're with you on that, and I'm glad that you're tapped in on this.
What she say? Read the comment.
Said, she's like, we need at least 10 alumni groups, to want to tailgate next year. I mean, that's not an issue. I don't think that won't be a problem at all, right there. So you know, Tiger Den's already in on that. So that's a no-brainer.
Uproar gonna have a tailgate too.
Yeah, tell Debbie.
Debbie.
Tell Debbie.
So we're spitballing on this, man. So
now we early. That's when you're supposed to spitball.
Right. So it's like whether we use that in the south end zone, that what do they call it? They it's like they turn that into like a little courtyard right there. So I'm like, we need to be right up in there, going live, and then just pull in former players, pregame, just have some quick stuff, keeping it going from that standpoint, man. We that need to be Big Blue Live right there, man. That little block right there. I'm giving you the idea, Debbie. I know you're listening in. That needs to be. We need to call that Big Blue Live. All right. Big Blue Live presented by Alumni Relations or whoever.
Tell them we'll host it. We'll get that thing jumping.
And whoever gonna put their monies on that, again, we got to make sure we got to get somebody put their monies on that, because if you ain't dropped no bag for it, we ain't saying it's presented by you or whatever. So you gonna have to put some monies down for that.
We need to give
so Reno.
Yeah.
So tell Reno. So number one, tell Debbie what's up. Tell Debbie Happy Founders Day. Okay.
Happy Founders Day.
Happy Founders Day.
Shout out to them
Happy Founders Day.
Hey man, my mama called me going off, bro. I forgot to call my mama on Founders Day, boy.
Oh, you forgot about that Coleman love.
Yeah, that's what kids do.
Coleman love.
All y'all want to do is bark. That's what
kids do. She called me right before this. I called you and your brother.
Yeah.
She said, y'all both, y'all cat. I said, oh, mama, my bad.
And then tell Debbie that she has the power, you know what I'm saying, because she's done a phenomenal job. Shouts out to Homecoming this past
big
year.
up to Homecoming.
It's been big up. I mean, she did an amazing job. Just tell Debbie to just get everybody in the room. She has the power. Uproar, Tiger Den group, the Deltas, Nashville alumni chapter, the Fish Fry folks, and that's just put it together, because if we don't band together, Jackson State is going to come up in here
and they're going to crush us.
They're going, and that's what they're coming to do. They're coming.
They coming to embarrass
us. I know them folks, man. And like I said, I've been having them calls. They already could be in the rooms. You know what I'm saying? They already talking smack. Man, we can't let them folks come up here and bring 20,000. It's quite possible that they could bring 20,000 up here, bro.
Listen, they showed up in Memphis with, 35, 40.
I'm just saying. They could bring 20. And the thing that we was discussing earlier in our show, we was fussing when North Dakota State brought 8,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jackson State can bring 20, bro. I'm talking about they can bring a smooth 20. And if we're not prepared, man, it's just going to be.
We're going to be outnumbered, coach.
It's going to be a tsunami, man. It can be. But that's what I'm saying. Thank you, Debbie, for checking in with Uproar. Let's get everybody in the room. Let's get everybody involved. Let's build that content for the next 8 months.
Yeah.
And protect our turf. Yeah. Because they're coming, man. I'm telling you, they're coming.
This is where I get into when in another episode coming soon, we're going to have this conversation about TSU and the conference it plays in, because I have strong thoughts on one side, and I'm telling y'all who's listening right now, I'm definitely going to be opposite of Phlegm and Bethel. I'm going to be opposite of them because.
What you mean?
Because this is the preview of it. This is what I'll tell you. My stance is this: it doesn't matter to me what conference we play in. What matters right now is the ability to do the work Sunday to Friday that gets people excited about going to the games.
I agree.
And like, that's what it is. And I'm like, if your thought process is for the if for the people who just blindly just say, hey, we need to go play in a black conference.
Right.
So you're telling me is that you believe that, we need to depend on somebody else to help us sell tickets and make money. I'm like, them again. Let's say we play inside the SWAC, right? You think Alcorn gonna bring people like that to Nashville, and knowing on the back-to-back where they potentially got to go to, a Prairie View or Texas Southern? Like, no.
Right.
At the end of the day, we have to do the work what it takes to get people here, and we gotta set our goal to get that to a number in year one and just keep growing it from there. We're not expecting us to go from.
You heard him, B. You heard him, B. Did you hear him, B? You see how crafty our president is. He's very crafty.
That's where I am. I don't care.
Hold on,
B.
Hold on, B.
I don't care.
Yeah, I got something to say.
I know. I'm just saying real quick.
So real quick on that. So that's where my head goes on that, right? So it's like, for me, that is it. I care about what we do, so where it is to, no matter who we play, people should show up. If we're winning games, right? If we're winning games, they should show up. Now, history has also taught me this. As y'all know, my dad played in the 70s, right? And he gave me the very same story of, at the end of the day, even at that time, at the height, we're talking about early 70s, right? He said, that they'll play Central State, and it's like, ain't nobody showing to watch them blow out Central State, So it's like, again, it's that thought process of folks knowing that you can't pick and choose. Okay, we're playing Jackson State. Okay, they're going to show up for that. We're playing FAM, so they're going to show up for that, right? It's like, our thing needs to be, it doesn't matter if we got a winning product, on the field, we got to be there. And I'm only talking about the people that's in that drivable distance.
All right.
I'm talking Huntsville to Nashville, Chattanooga,
ahead,
Knoxville, Memphis. I'm talking Nashville, especially Nashville on this. It's like, get your butt up, That's just where I am on that, right? So,
absolutely. So Reno knows I'm 110% with him on that.
Right.
Because I was talking about that in his videos on my page in 2017.
Right.
People used to talk about, well, the product on the field is this, and we not winning like that. And we won 10 games in 2013, right? Became Black national champions. And then we won those 6 games the next year, and then we won 7 games. Listen, Jackson State has had 4 wins, 5 wins, and they were still leading the FCS
in attendance.
Yeah. Okay. So I always tell people, I don't believe it's about winning or the product.
Okay.
Where Reno got crafty with is that he knows my saying is, it's about the work done Monday through Friday.
Yeah, he did. He put
a Sunday on it.
Slogan in there.
Yeah, he did. He took my slogan.
He said Sunday though. He put
a Sunday. Yeah, he put a Sunday on it. And you know what I'm saying? He's the president.
I did.
Yeah.
What Jay-Z say, you made it a hotline.
He ain't gonna post nobody else. He gonna post
right. So it's cool. You know what I'm saying? He's the president, and so he can do it. Man. You know what I'm saying? But absolutely, you're correct, because it's been too many years. I'll never forget. I'm gonna share this story. I never forget. In 2009, myself, my dad, and the team doctor, Dr. Boyz, we flew into New Orleans to go to the Tennessee State Southern University game. Okay? Southern wasn't all that. They wasn't. Okay? They hadn't won a whole bunch of games, right? But we were going to Mumford, you know what I'm saying, in Baton Rouge. and we stayed in New Orleans, and we drove across the bridge.
Yep.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? If you know what if you know, you know, right?
Yep.
And we had, and the stadium was packed. In 2009, we won no OVC champions, right? Actually, in 2008 was the debacle where we won 8 games, but we should have won. We thought we should have won the OVC that year. You know what I'm saying?
On that team. Me and Reno was on that team.
Absolutely. So y'all know what we're talking about, right?
Yep.
And we went down there, and the stadium was packed. Southern hadn't won nothing. No. But every day, every week, every month, either you're a Jaguar or you're not. Yep. And that's being driven from the university and the athletic department.
Yep.
Right? You can't miss them. They have a whole RV park. They have RV charging stations back in 2009, bro.
Listen, they was kicking it too. That Southern, we stepped off the bus at Southern, man. They was throwing water bottles and everything at us, bro.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
They was for real. Keep your helmet on. Don't take your
culture,
off.
The culture that you're talking about, Reno. That's what you're talking about. Building that culture is what we've been begging for a very long time. It's on you, Beth. I'm gone.
Reno, I'm with you. I get it. We're supposed to be building up, get the program back so people got something to come see. But this one thing I know about working in football at the highest level, the NFL, college, high school, little league, this thing is about entertainment, buddy. And if you can entertain these people and you can put a good product out there and you can hype it up and market it and do all the stuff that they doing, people gonna come, bro. And whenever you invite all these, the SWAC is gonna bring what we don't have in the OVC. And that's the HBCU culture, bro. That's something that we could use as momentum. We back in the SWAC. What's up?
We not back in the SWAC. We never been there.
Not you know what I'm saying? Come on, Reno. I know we ain't never been there, but we in there. We using that. We got to be able to take that that's a different niche. You feel me? HBCU is a niche. We need to tap into that niche and we need to embrace it. Because right now we dibbling dabbling on both sides, buddy. Don't know white people come to our games except the white people that's part of the former players or current players. They don't come to our games. All they do is make sure we leave the tailgate early. We got to tap into that, bro. I'm telling you. Get back in the SWAC. You tap in, you create the marketing, you create the little beefs. We WWE it, bro. Why we not WWE in this thing? Putting out getting the coaches, You see them boys from the SWAC, they be beefing for real.
Yeah.
Them coaches beefing for real, coach.
What you got, Reno?
This again, all of that is well and good, but you're sounding like the people who are saying something where we need to depend on the opponent we're playing. And
it's not dependent.
It is because when you get
that energy out, you're gonna get it back. That's universal laws right there.
Shout out to Derek Fleming on this. You have to do it every day of the week.
Of course. That's
there's stuff you need to do that connects to your part. That connects to your alumni fan base and your city as well too. Like you have to do that. Like you can't just. My thing is this: like you can't just go out there and think that just scheduling. Like you can't schedule Jackson State every game. You can't.
Yep, absolutely. You're right.
So we was
gonna talk about that.
So do the stuff that engages into people.
Yeah, the social media, the
exactly
the giveaways,
do all that stuff on a consistent basis that connects with people, right? So that's what I'm getting at, right? So that way, when it's all said and done, when you're doing that consistently enough over time, it won't matter. And then that way, once you do decide to make a decision, whether it's to go independent, stay OVC, go to
that boy Cameron done went out.
It's all right. So I will keep it going. So the big thing is, absolutely, you know what I'm saying? The work. So this is what's happening with the Jackson State situation. We're excited about, right? But this is a model that Teresa Phillips did, right? This is a model that Howard Gentry, all these are both athletic directors that front loaded the schedule, right? So you get everybody excited with the classics. Of course, this is not John Mayer Classic, Southern Heritage Classic, Florida Atlanta Classic, boom, boom, boom. And then you back end it, you know what I'm saying, with UT Martin. You know what I'm saying? You back end it with Tennessee Tech.
And everything just falls off.
Right. And so and then everything falls off, and then it happened this year. We had some great momentum. We had about 10,000 for the North Carolina A&T game. And that was there. We were there. We were covering it. We did some great footage, put all the back end and all the things we did there. And then, we played a couple, Alabama and A&M was a great game. You know what I'm saying? Great momentum. Howard, people were excited about. And then the last two home games, you had 1,000 people in the stands. And you're like, this ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? This ain't going to work. That's the back end. And that's what they continue to do. So when I keep telling folks about it's Monday through Friday that you have to always cultivate your fan base, because when you come up with a game like this, we shouldn't be concerned about Jackson State coming up here and taking over. We should have been concerned about North Dakota State coming up here and taking over.
But I think that pride, like you said, that pride is kind of missing. I think it's, like you said,
because we're not building to it.
That older generation is, they're getting a little older. And, it's certain, it was certain rules and regulations, a certain respect, a certain hierarchy. You feel me? Like they taught that to us as players. You know what I'm saying? These the older dudes that played. This who you coming underneath. And now, like with this transfer portal and we getting all these transfers, it's like, how do we get that, that pride back? You feel me?
But the pride's going to come from the top.
It's got to come from the top.
Everybody want us, B. Everybody want us kids. We want kids, you know what I'm saying, in the stadium. And, you know what I'm saying, like us. But some kind of way, when Big Anna coming from Mississippi and Butterfield coming from Michigan and Marquis Stevens coming from Pontiac, Michigan, and these folks coming from Florida, some kind of way they embraced Tennessee State University because it was a non-negotiable when you got here.
You know what I think it is? You know who I think it's on?
What's that?
I think it's on my generation now. I think from the 33 and up, 33 to about 45.
Why you gonna skip me, B?
What's
I'm 48?
You 48?
You gonna skip me?
Y'all done held it down. That's what I'm saying. Y'all done held it down. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I think it's on us now. Like, we got people in high places in Nashville. Shout out to Black Rob. Shout out to all the former players. We got the people that we need to really, do it. But that collaboration,
we just need the access, bro.
Yeah, that they gotta let us get in there. They gotta let us be in those positions to where we can reach out to our alumni base. Because you gotta think, everybody my age, they married with kids, travel. They some of them trying to get their kid. My line brother, his daughter freshman year was this year, Tennessee State.
Yeah,
from California.
Right.
She, you know what I'm saying? She coming here. So that's kind of where the generation is now. And I think that, hopefully, like you said, they let us in on the ground. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, Black Rob, Black Rob got Nashville on lock. Somebody reach out, come up with a plan.
But you experienced what I'm talking about, because when we showed out for the John Mayer Classic this year, we couldn't do nothing else. They shut us down. They shut us down. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to shut you down because you brought the drone. I said, hey, B, you cannot put a drone in the Nissan Stadium.
Oh, man.
That footage that we captured was so amazing. You know what I'm saying?
I got to send that I still got it too. So we got to make sure we get that, uploaded.
Yeah. So
get that uploaded.
Yeah. So we're going to ride this momentum, man. We're going to ride this momentum. And, like I said, shout out to Dr. Allen. I hear some people say that I'm, critical, you know what I'm saying? But I'm critical to you, B. You know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm critical. I'm critical to myself. You know what I mean? If I feel like
if it's done the right way, bro, lives change.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Memories are created, networks are made, and things go positive for everybody.
Yeah.
But when it's not done correctly, you miss out. And some people miss out on opportunities that could change their lives, bro.
Yeah.
Some people need to see that. They need to see that camaraderie. They need to see that pride. They need to see that history, because now it gives them the blueprint of how things should go. And hey, listen, I'm telling you, I wasn't going to Tennessee State coming out. I went to college, went the whole time. I wasn't going to go to TSU. My granddad ended up passing my senior year, and he always wanted me to go. And I didn't have nowhere else. I had a few smaller schools to go to, but I chose Tennessee State, and it was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah.
That could be, you know what I'm saying? I always knew that was in my back pocket. That could be somebody else.
Yeah.
Football has paid every bill known to me.
Yeah.
All my monies came from football.
Yeah.
I learned football and bled football from going to them games growing up, being in the hole, being at LP State, the Adelphia Coliseum.
Yeah, Adelphia, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That is what, paved the way. And, like I don't know if you've been checking my LinkedIn lately, but, just posting my TSU history and just, just learning, like, listen, man, a lot of people had to make sacrifices for me to get to where I got.
Yeah.
And it all falls from, from the top to the bottom, from the zoo to Boyd Hall to Hale Hall to the Performing Arts Center to the hole to the track to the what do we got, to the farm to the barn. Listen, blood, sweat, and tears. Tennessee State changes lives, and right now, we're going through a lot with administration. Got a new president, but listen, the dream, the alma mater, the other mother. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. And so we all feel the same way, and that's why we created this platform so we could start having Tennessee State story told by people who was on the ground and actually lived it, and because we feel like no story was being told for Tennessee State at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can go.
It's a bunch of stuff. Like you probably know a bunch of people that came out of TSU and just on top of the world. Good family, good money, good job.
Yeah,
and they, listen. Some of my best friends from out of town, bro. Detroit, Chicago, Atlanta, Florida, all ended up at Tennessee State for 4, 5, 6. Some of them never left.
Yeah. That's the Tennessee State effect. That's the land of golden sunshine.
Land of golden sunshine, tell me.
So we know, just like your farm, you know what I'm talking about.
That's literally a microcosm of Tennessee State. Like the feeling that I got when I got there, that aura that Tennessee State has is what I was trying to bring to where I'm at. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That positivity, that those vibes, bro. Because listen, man, I remember waking up and reading the side of Boyd Hall, reading the side of King Hall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Reading those messages on the wall and just trying to get through it and push through and go to the library, grind it out, hang out at the club, go to the workouts, go to the calf with the crew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got to get that back. Oh, we got Coach Fuller calling me right now. hey, Coach Fuller, you must hear me talking about them boys, huh?
Yeah, I must. Yeah, and I thought I called you 3 times, and I didn't. Then all of a sudden, I was like, I'm gonna call.
Hey, yeah,
is that Randy Fuller?
Right,
is that Randy Fuller?
Yep.
Man, that one of the greatest football players I ever saw. So as a kid,
you got to see Coach Fuller growing up.
Absolutely.
How he look, Coach? Tell me how he look, Derek.
He looked like some rocks and stones and somebody you didn't want to fool with. You know what I'm saying? And he was always, that was always a guy that he was gonna be held on the pass defense, but his run defense what made him different.
He was striking.
Yeah, absolutely. He would come up and he was the immediate force at all time.
So they don't even look. They looking for corners like him in the NCAA right now.
Absolutely.
Mr. Deuce Deuce.
Yeah, he brought hat to the table every time.
From Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah.
Griffin. He from Columbus or Griffin? Coach, you from Columbus or Griffin?
Born in Griffin, grew up in Columbus.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, Reno,
South Georgia.
Oh yeah, Coach. I told Reno to get you on the show.
Yeah, you got to get me on the show, man.
Man, we're gonna get you in here, man. This high time for it, baby.
Coach Fuller, what you think about the Jackson State?
Oh man, that rival is always exciting. I'm super pumped up about that game. It's great for the fans and it's great for the players. It's just great for whatever city it's played in. So wonderful rival. Should be a lot of fun, and we need to keep it going.
Coach, you gonna be there? We need to make sure you're there, Coach. We should make you the honorary captain of that game.
Absolutely.
I plan on being at that one. I saw it that we were playing them. I was planning on coming.
See, look, you see that, Coach Flim? You see that, right?
Yeah.
They got the OGs coming to this game, Coach.
Oh yeah. hey, let me ask Randy. Hey, ask Coach Fuller where's Slop Dog at?
He said, "Where's Slop Dog?"
He's still in the hams.
Okay.
Birmingham.
Absolutely. Marcus Dardell, another one of my idols. Him and Golden Tate from Greenville, Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
They used to get down, Flim.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Legendary players.
Oh my God.
Hey, Flim, I got Coach Fuller autograph as a kid, and then I showed up freshman year, and he was my darn coach.
hey, that's how Pat Rob did me. That's how Patrick Robinson did me.
Yeah.
P. Rob.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Patrick Robinson had us practice in the parking lot of Boyd Hall.
Absolutely.
Y'all was doing walkthroughs in the parking lot.
No, we wasn't doing no walkthrough. We were running routes on the concrete.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh man, listen, we're gonna get them routes in. We're gonna do something till the cows come on.
Hey, see, I ain't never heard that story, Flim. That's crazy.
Yeah, Pat Rob, you know what I'm saying, came back and Coach LC Cole needed a deep so my first year, no, excuse me. My first year was Pat Rob in 95. And then in 96, it was Coach Keiss.
Coach Keiss.
Yeah, Fred Keiss.
Yeah, Coach Keiss.
Nice. Great.
Yeah, cause we wrapping up this show, man. I'm gonna hit you back when we get done.
Yeah, hit me back, man. We'll get on that soon.
All right.
Okay. All right. Talk to you guys.
Love you.
Yeah, man, Coach Fuller, man, legendary, brother.
Definitely. So man, let's run this thing out, man. So just early looks at let's do it. Early looks at the game, right? So let's talk this thing through just briefly, high level, right? We know that rosters are being
constructed.
Yes, so in a lot of ways, right? But and when I say let's look at this game early, but let's just more so let's talk through that in a general sense, right? So like expectations from what this game typically brings out, man, of folks, because I've been a part of this game where we both went into this when we played against each other in my years where we both were winless, and then I played against them where we both had not lost a game, right? So this game still finds a way to bring it out of folks, for the most part on there, man.
I mean, if we go back to the last time they played, when Shador Sanders and Dion and them was at at the Southern Heritage Classic.
Yeah,
I still think it's the same. It's gonna be Jack State gonna be big, bro. They're gonna be big. They're gonna have some big guys, and I think that from our side of it, we got to be able to match their intensity and punch back because they big. But like you said, you hit them, they gonna go down. You just gotta hit them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot on their side from, they had a smooth transition from when Coach Prime left, and to where they are now. He's in his 4th year as a head coach. I think, is that right, Flim?
I think it's 3rd year.
Yeah, so
Third,
Dion, this is his. Yeah, this will be his 3rd year.
3rd year.
Coming up.
Okay,
His
3rd year
third
as a
year
head coach. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
had-
man. But it's like, but so he
the other
but
day.
you know, like they had a smooth transition, and clearly from the days when Dion was there coaching, it was. I mean, we're gonna call it what it was. I mean, Eddie George was in his first 2 years of coaching football on any level ever. So it's just, and it showed in some ways.
We win that game, Reno.
I think I know, and obviously in that game defensively we matched up, but offensively we never had a chance in either game, man. Like it was that second time we played them after the defense did what they did, getting stops inside the red zone where Jack State could have put up a minimum 3 points, and they came away with nothing. And it's like that whole second half. I know the whole first half of that game, that second time we played them, we never crossed the 50. It was just their offense was crossing, but we were stopping them eventually. So that was kind of a tail, man. So early looks on, and it's like, yeah, we gonna have, it's gonna be some things to, figure out between now and then, man. And that's one of the things we're gonna get into next week on this.
Hey, so I don't know if anybody's been watching Jackson State, but that's a different team. They are all about line of scrimmage dominance.
100%. Yep.
And so they run the football at a very high clip, and our defense finished in the top 30 this year. When I saw that stat, I was really puzzled, but we couldn't stop the run, and so we have to stop Jackson State from running the football when they come to Nashville, because Lockhart, which is a true freshman quarterback that ended up playing about 4 or 5, maybe 6 games this year, stepping in for Morgan, who was the the SWAC player of the year before, is 6'5", 220 pounds, and his brothers just joined him in Jackson, Mississippi from Charlotte. And he's about the same damn size. And then their offensive line is mammoth. And their running backs, they lost both their 2 running backs. They lost 2 running backs to FBS schools.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, listen, they're going to come here and try to bully us up front on both sides of the ball. So we got to stop the run. And we didn't stop it this year. And then we got to find a way to run because we didn't run it well this year. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I think that you hit it on the head, Coach. Hit it on the head. But the one thing I was thinking about when we was playing, because I'm just flashing back to Jackson State, and what always got me ready and knew it's time to go down, Coach. I know you might not think this is football related, but bro, that pregame and that pregame band, the Sonic Boom versus the Aristocrats. That's a battle y'all want to see too.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you, you think it's just us crunked up. You don't think the band, they going at it. They getting ready.
Oh yeah. I actually talked to an Aristocrat, a band member. My CPA was in the Terrence McGee. And he watches our show. So I'm shouting out Terrence McGee from Memphis, Tennessee.
AOB.
Yeah. He's an AOB tuba player. And he talks about every year that they either ate the boom or the boom ate them.
Yeah.
And so don't think listen, everybody is in competition for this doggone game.
The major
tailgate,
right? The cheerleaders,
right?
The drum major.
Come on,
man!
Everything.
The snares, everything.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got a 2024, you got a 2025. Then you got, you know what I'm saying? Is you in the CLS or you in the 550? I mean, did it go to the RVs? I mean, everything's a competition this weekend. So you got to understand that, bro. I mean, this is. The pageantry comes with this game. The pageantry comes with this game. That's why I'm imploring our athletic department, everyone to listen. we got to start now. You got to start running. I mean, you got to run promotions in Chattanooga. We need the Chattanooga Tennessee State Tigers to be here. We need the Murfreesboro. We need Memphis. We need
Detroit, Chicago.
If you are TSU Tiger, you need to invade Nashville that weekend because we need support, bro. Because they're coming. I'm trying to tell you, they're coming. They're coming. Okay, so don't think it like it's gonna be like A&M and A&T. No. You poke the bear with this game. Mm-hmm. They're coming.
Definitely. Well, look him at Flim gets the last word on that, man. Like I said, much enjoyed on this. We're gonna be covering again more of this game, but just more of what's going on in Big Blue Country as the team starts to roll into winter conditioning, spring ball. The portal, I think, closes tomorrow. Yeah, it closes tomorrow. Men's basketball team looks to be
second place right now.
Yeah, second place right now. So I knew they were looking pretty good. So I know they're doing something right. So yeah, they're man. So they're doing that, man. But again, with that being said, we're going to be bringing you more insights of what's going on, all things Big Blue Country, man, in the sports football world, man. So Flynn, we couldn't have said it any better to the people out there. This is Upper Radio Show. We are out.
Peace. Yeah. Drop. Man, we couldn't even hear pregame. Man, he's wrong.
We got everything you need and some more. Reporting live with the sports. It's time for
roar.
We gotta take the loud. He said the loud off.
No, we still live. Yeah, we still live.
Hey, shout out to everybody.